I'll insert that. I'll send. I can't speak.
Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, cause we're golden. They can't ever break us down, cause we're golden. They're about to see us glow, cause we're golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, cause we're golden. They can't ever break us down, cause we're golden. They're about to see us glow, cause we're golden. Got the devil in your eyes.
Hey guys, so me and Armani are here because I was going through my videos and I was trying to find like a video. I totally was about to grab my glasses and they're not even on my face. I was looking through my past videos to get like a video idea, right? And I noticed when I watched my like story time about how I found out that I was pregnant, and I realized that it freaking sucked because I made it in my car. The audio was terrible. I don't know what the heck was going on, but I don't even think I told the whole story correctly either. It was just a mess. So we are going to redo that again today, and this time he is not in my belly. He is out here, 3 months old, chilling. He's actually having a really bad time right now because he was doing tummy time for a little bit. He got pretty frustrated about that because he really doesn't like tummy time, and so I put him in his other little play thingy. Okay. And what? You smiling at yourself? But I put him in his other little play thingy that has like the toys that hang over top of him, and he was playing with that for a little bit while I got ready, and now he is angry. So I'm hoping that he's even gonna let me do this whole video, because if not, then it is what it is. But he's really tired, as you can tell by his eyes, so he's fighting it. So we're just gonna make this video together until he goes to sleep. But okay, so first, before I jump into this story time, I want to say I changed my hair, obviously, as you guys can see probably, but I did it myself. It probably doesn't look the best on here, but but in person it looks really nice. I still need to do some more work. I want to make these brown ends blonde so that they blend with the blonde, because I was going for a whole different look and it didn't work out, so now we're gonna do an ombre. So yeah, but I have to wait like a week before I do those again, because I'm not gonna bleach back to back on my already curly, dryish hair. No. So anyways, that was the first thing. Second, this little man turned 3 months, like a week ago. I think a week exactly, actually. Or no, 6 days ago. He turned 3 months, and it's just crazy that he's already been here for 3 months. I was going to make a 3-month update, but there really isn't much to update on, so I didn't do that. We didn't go to a doctor's appointment for 3 months or anything. We'll go back when it's his 4 months. So yeah, not too much to update there. But all I can say is I'm really excited for him to try baby food, and I think he's excited too. Are you excited too? Yeah. So, yeah, but anyways, so now we're going to go ahead and jump into the video, because I think that was all that I wanted to talk about. That took up a whole, like a minute, I don't know, but let's start this story time. Alright, so it was about a year ago. Forgive me if I can't remember everything correctly and whatever. So basically, the week before I found out that I was pregnant, I was making YouTube videos, right? And I was just trying to make a video like a day in my life or something, I don't know. But it was just random little clips throughout the day. And almost in every single clip, every day that week, I was saying, I'm nauseous, I don't feel good, I have a headache, like, I don't know what's wrong with me, blah, 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 blah. And it, like, really? And it never dawned on me that, like, I was pregnant. So he's putting in his 2 cents also. He's got a part in this story. He was there before I even knew it. Oh, bless you. But anyways, so I'll put a few of those little clips in here so that you guys can see how stupid I looked, talking about how I didn't feel good and I had no idea why. So, the yard looks nice, but other than that, I've been pretty tired, so haven't really been doing anything, but today I'm pretty tired. I got off work. My life is hella boring, so oh my gosh, I'm so dizzy. Pretty much the past few days I've been feeling really, really sick. Hence why I like don't care about my appearance, but yeah, I've been feeling really sick, and like I don't know, I'm just weird, so I've just been asleep a lot. I don't feel good, so I don't even know what's wrong really. I just feel really sick and like just in a lot of pain for some reason. Like all my joints and stuff, they just all hurt. But yeah, I'm boring and I don't really have anything to talk about and I can barely keep my eyes open, so another thing was that week I was acting like a complete psycho. Like I remember I went into my boyfriend's work like to say hi, and he works at Subway, so I was gonna get a sandwich. Ow, oh my gosh. But when I went in, he was working with a girl, I think 2 girls. And I'm normally not a very jealous person unless I have a reason, and like personally this was not a reason. It was at the time in my brain, but like when I look back I'm like, girl, what? But so I went into his job and it was busy, I guess, that day. So when I walked in, they were like, really, another customer? You know what I mean? Like that kind of attitude. Like they didn't say that, but you could just tell they were kind of annoyed. And I'm like, really? So I took it very personally. I don't know why, but I got really upset that he didn't like say hello to me and everything. Thinking back on that is hilarious. But so I got really mad and I basically just said, you know, forget it, I'm leaving. And I left. And that argument went on the whole entire pregnancy, I think, because I was constantly bringing up like, oh, do you like this girl that you're working with? Because you guys started joking around. You didn't even say hi to me. You guys started joking around about how it was me and not another customer and how you guys were busy all day and blah, 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 blah. So, that was like a huge thing during the whole pregnancy, which was really stupid on my part. But anyways, so that happened, which was out of the ordinary. Second thing, my boyfriend went to go help his dad work on tiling some floor at a house, like 30 minutes away. So this particular day, his dad had told me like, hey, if you just bring him over here, I'll bring him home, no big deal. Because I was like exhausted that day and I just wanted to go to sleep. And so he said, you know, if you do that, I'll do this. And I'm like, you know, all right, bet. Because my boyfriend was going to get paid to do this job anyways. So I'm like, I'm not going to just not help you to get over there. Because it's a long story, but my boyfriend doesn't have his license right now. He's working on it. But yes. So, anyways, so I drove him over there. And then I drive all the way back home, which is an hour, right? An hour, 30 minutes plus 30 minutes is an hour. I get home. A few hours pass by, right? Because they're working on the house. And then at the end of the day, they're like, mind you, it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night, right? And I'm exhausted. I was already passing out. And they're like, hey, can you come get him? Because I'm not going to be able to bring him over there. Really? Really? So I lost my mind. Like, I literally was so annoyed that I blamed my boyfriend. I got mad at him. Everything was his fault. Everything was everybody else's fault. I was just so pissed off that night. So we got in like a little argument that night because I was acting nuts. And he's like, maybe you need to take a pregnancy test. And I'm like, bruh. Because let's backtrack a little bit. About 2 years. So we've been together for almost 3 years. So 2 years before that was whenever we first like met and everything. And I'm we were both going through a really hard time at that time in our lives. He had just gotten out of a 3-year relationship with a girl that he was very close with, and she just really did him dirty. And, you know, just he was having a hard time because it had only been a couple months since they had left each other. Or since she had left. So, what the freak is this piece of hair doing? So, basically I was kind of just, I've always had depression, so I was just kind of going through a really hard depression at that time, and just trying to like mask it with relationships and whatever. So I met him at my job, and we just started talking or whatever, and we became friends first, and we hung out for a while before we actually started dating. But then after we started dating, we only gave it about a month before we started trying to have a child, which, you know, that's really stupid. I'm going to say it's very dumb. Don't do that. Don't recommend that. Even though we're still together, I still don't recommend that, because if we would have gotten pregnant when we wanted to get pregnant, things would have been terrible, because we didn't even have our own place. We were like barely working. It was just not an ideal situation for a pregnant person, or, you know, to start a family. So yeah, make sure that you have everything together before you do that. But even if you don't worry about it. Things will be all right. But just, you know, don't aim for that low of standards. Try to, you know, bump yourself up before you have a child. So, anyways, basically, we ended up not getting pregnant the whole 2 years, which thank the Lord Jesus, he was looking out, because like I said, it wasn't a good time. But, yeah, so 2 years later, is when I got pregnant. But anyways, so basically those whole 2 years, we were just so, like, sad every month, because, like, we'd get, like, we'd get a faint line on a pregnancy test, or I was taking ovulation tests, right? And I thought, like, okay, I'm ovulating, you know, let's do this, and then I still wouldn't be pregnant, and it was just a mess, and, like, my period would be late, and I would just pray that I was pregnant, and I never was, and it was just really sad. So this particular time, I had just completely not even thought about pregnancy for, like, months. Like, we moved into our house. Once we finally got a house, we moved into it, and I was just so excited to be, like, have my own place, working, like, it was just amazing. So I wasn't even really thinking about having a kid. I was just having fun with my boyfriend. We were just living it up, at our own house and everything, getting our stuff together. And then, so my boyfriend says, maybe you should take a pregnancy test. So I was like, whatever, I guess I'll just take one for you so that, you know, I can tell you I'm not pregnant and you're the one in the wrong. So I decided, all right, whatever, I'll take a pregnancy test for you. So that night, we went and got a pregnancy test from Walmart, one of those little 88-cent ones, right? And I said, I'll take it in the morning, because, you know, your pee is the most concentrated in the morning. So I said, I'll take it in the morning, because he worked at like 7 or 8 that morning. So I said, you know, I'll take you to work, and I'll take it before I take you, and then I'll check it when I get back. I know that's not very good to do, because you're not supposed to check it outside the time frame. But like I said, I really didn't think I was pregnant, so I was just like, whatever. So I took the pregnancy test. I took the pregnancy test that morning and took him to work. And then I get home, and I had actually forgot that I even took the test. So it was probably a little over like 20 minutes. And I went into the bathroom, and I saw it on the toilet, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot about that. And I almost threw it in the trash, but then I saw a little line. I'll insert a picture here. So I saw this little line, and I'm like, really? Like, is that really a line? Because when I tell you I got faint lines before, those things were faint. Like, you had to really be like, is that there? Like, you weren't really sure. So this line was an actual faint line, and I was like, okay, so this is what a faint line looks like. So I decided to go get another one, because I was like, I don't know, maybe this test is like false. I don't really know what's going on right now. So I sent my boyfriend a picture, and I'm like, does this look positive to you? Because it looks positive to me. And he's like, yeah, that looks very positive to me. And I'm like, okay. So I went to, I want to say the dollar store. No, I went to Dollar Tree, actually. And I got one of their dollar tests, which are the little pink ones. I will insert a picture of that one here. So I took that test, and then when I was out getting that Dollar Tree test, I also stopped at Walmart to get a digital test because, do you want this now? You're staring at it really hard. But I stopped to get a digital test because I was like, you know, if this one comes back positive, I'll take this digital. Because digitals are like $10. And I was like, I'm not going to waste a digital when I don't even know. So I took the Dollar Tree test, came back faint positive again. So I'm like, okay. So I used that same P and I used the digital test. And it also came back positive. So I'm pregnant. I'm like, what? Because I had taken digital ones before and they, you know, showed up not pregnant every single time, even when I thought I was. So this time I'm like, bruh. So I, you know, texted him and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I think it's really happening this time. And I texted his mom, I texted my own mom, I think I texted 2 friends. Oh my gosh. And then I called my doctor's office. And this wasn't my like OB/GYN. This was just a normal doctor's office. So I went in and I told them, hey, I've gotten 3 pregnancy tests, positive pregnancy tests at home. I really need a blood test because I'm type 1 diabetic. I really wanted to know so I could get things situated because I didn't have insurance at the time. So I'm like, bro, if I'm pregnant, I gotta really start figuring things out like today. So the lady that I talked to at the doctor's office, she was like, oh no, a urine test will do the exact same thing. It'll be fine. And I told her, lady, I've peed like 4 times in the past hour. This is gonna come back negative, I promise. And she's like, oh no, it'll be fine. So I said, all right, we'll try it. It comes back negative. So she's like, well, maybe your other tests were just negative or just false positives or something. Or maybe it's not soon enough or whatever. And I'm like, bruh, I literally, if you would have just done a blood test, you would have been able to tell. Like, I'm telling you. But yeah, she did not believe me. So basically, that was a Friday. And the OB/GYN that I go to closes at noon on Friday. So I didn't have insurance. That's why I didn't call them. Because I would have had to pay out of pocket right then to get a blood test. I wasn't going to do that. So I went ahead and got my insurance set up. Even though I hadn't got a blood test, they were still like, oh, we can just say you're pregnant. It's fine. So I'm like, okay. So I got insurance. And then since I then had insurance, I was able to set up an appointment with my OB/GYN for that Monday to get blood tested. So I went in on Monday, got my blood tested, came back positive, obviously, and that was how I found out, basically. And when I found out, I was only 3 weeks, I think, 3 or 4. It was like literally like the soonest that you could find out. A lot of people's main concerns with these videos, like, I found out that I was pregnant at whatever age, is what was your parents' reaction? So my mom, when I first told her, she was like, wow, oh my gosh. And like, she didn't really, because that wasn't the first time that I had told her, like, Mom, I'm pregnant. Because before, I had gotten 1 pregnancy test, like a positive pregnancy test, and I was like, Mom, I'm pregnant, and then I wasn't. So that was like a huge situation and like caused a huge argument, and I wasn't even pregnant. So this time she was like, wow, you know, but she didn't really be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a grandma, you know, because she wasn't really sure. So of course, since I'm pregnant, I got all emotional, and I'm like, why the heck don't you care that I'm pregnant? And she's like, I do, but I want to wait until you go to the doctor to make sure that you're pregnant. Duh. And I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, but after she found out, like, I was really pregnant and everything, she was really excited, and she loves Armani, like, to no freaking end. And he's so spoiled by her, and She just loves him. But my dad, he was also really, really excited. I don't know, I don't really see him that often or talk to him that often, so, you know, he wasn't really like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're pregnant, because he's never really been like a dad. So I kind of expected his reaction to just be, yay, I'm so excited, and then, you know, he never talks to me, so. But, yep, so those are my parents' reactions. Yeah, so when I actually got pregnant, I had no idea. I wasn't expecting it at all. It was like, if you're trying and it's not working, 9 times out of 10, it's because you're thinking about it way too hard. Everybody used to tell me that, and I used to get so mad because I'm like, bruh, obviously I'm thinking about it hard because it's what I want. Like, I can't just let it go and still want it. Like, that doesn't make sense. But then that's exactly what happened. You just gotta find something else to focus on, and it really helps. So, yeah, but yeah, so that's the story of how I found out I was pregnant with this crazy little man right here. He's so tired. So tired. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, press the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.